Welcome back. Well, construction at Temple Square, you might have seen this. It's changed some of the must-see annual holiday lights viewing this year. Not to worry, though. Craig Wirth has the video. He's got the memories of all the square sights and sounds in the glorious years of the past. He also has the story of how it all started. So we have combined our past ABC4 video with some spectacular video from the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Also, we feature the work of noted Utah photographer Rory Walwork. Check this out. It's all worth watching for the holidays.
It was to be a feeling of peace. Yes, peace. That's what President David O. McKay of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints wanted in 1965. He turned on the switch for the first time on December 9th of '65. And for that first time, there was the annual collective awe as the lights of Temple Square radiated the peace of the season. Now at that time, there were 40,000 lights. As we look at video from the past, before this year's construction temporarily paused all the glorious displays, we know the manager of ground service for Temple Square, Jay Warnick, was often asked, "How many lights now?" Here was his reply from when we asked him a couple of years ago.
That's a great question, and honestly, I have no idea. I've actually tried to count them one by one, and a distraction comes and I lose count, and so we just leave it to our imagination. We know that there's more, significantly more than the 40,000 that were first put up back in 1965.
And back then, who would have guessed that we would someday have LED lights, an amazing technology for displays?
Much more primitive installation methods, no pun intended, but they literally risked life and limb back in those days.
They indeed went out on branches with poles back then. It was a balancing act to light and yet to protect the trees. Today it isn't quite as precarious to put the bulbs on the trees, but there is a desire to really show off the natural beauty and the shape of the trees.
With evergreen trees, we simply don't just wrap around the outside, but we also try and get the lights into the depth of the tree as well.
As the displays have changed over the years, so have the trees and the way some were lighted.
We have 3 80-foot horse chestnuts that are lit in bright white, and that's very striking and a majestic sight.
President McKay envisioned more than lights in 1965. They were to also highlight displays. One of those memories is the nativity scene that seemed to float in the old reflecting pool. There was great attention to color of lower displays that contrast with the mighty trees. There is to be a feeling of grand walkways of light. Can you imagine how many pictures have been taken at Temple Square? Year after year of memories. And even though we live in the days of massive mechanical and animated displays synced to music, there have only been displays of traditional beauty, no flashing lights, for it goes back to that day in December of 1965.
What President McKay stated in the very first display is a feeling of reverence, and the purpose of the display is just that. It's to bring a feeling of peace.
And it seems the whole town came down that first year in 1965, and so many more followed. For it's what people have looked for over the half-century Temple Square has been lighted. Peace. Yes, there are lights on Temple Square this year, and beautiful to see, but in a couple of years, we can only imagine what will be next. Well, the lights started as a beautiful display for the holidays, and it's turned into a worldwide sight to see. Craig Wirth, ABC4 News.